Okay, next topic is agricultural price policy. Give a heading: agricultural price policy. Very important topic. So just write one sentence there. I will explain everything here. One question from in prelims is for sure from here. Agricultural price policy. Last year also there was a question. Previous year also there was a question. It can be related to MSP. It can be related to procurement price. Okay, so we will discuss in detail here. Just write one line. Under this, government announces support price like MSP, procurement price. I'll make the difference clear here. Okay, what is MSP, what is procurement price, and selected agricultural commodities. Okay, now here if you talk about objective are same as that of subsidy, so I'm not discussing here, we have already discussed. So you can write, if you want to, just write objective and just write same as that of subsidy. There we have done in-depth understanding and in-depth discussion. So same as the objective here. Okay, so now who's fixing? Yeah, one more line you can write there. These prices are fixed by central government. In bracket you can write CCEA. What is the CCEA? Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So in bracket you write Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So these prices are fixed by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Who is the chairman of this? Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the head of Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, and other ministers are also part of it. So Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs on the recommendation of CACP. Okay, what is that? Commission for Agricultural Cost and Price. So CCEA, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, headed by the Prime Minister, will decide. Okay, this will be fixed on the recommendation of CACP. Okay, this was also a prelims question. This was also a previous prelims question. Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices. Okay, see, it was actually established in 1965, CACP. When it was established as Agricultural Price Commission, APC. Okay, so it is just an advisory body only. So on the recommendation of CACP, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs will fix it. So it is just a recommendatory or advisory body. Okay, so Agricultural Price Commission in 1965, then it became CACP. Just write one more line. CACP recommend support prices. CACP recommend support prices for various crops on the basis of various factors prevailing in the market. And in fact, this was also a prelims question. Various factors means mainly demand supply. So firstly, mainly demand supply, and also then you can talk about cost of production. So cost of production of farmer also will be taken into consideration. Then return to farmer. So some small return will have to be ensured to the farmer, return to farmer, etc. Okay, so in economy anything can be a factor here actually. So if you are wise enough, you can easily get this kind of answers. The question is asked, and seeing the option itself, you can simply understand and pick the answer. Okay, now we will go for MSP and procurement price. We will try to understand the fundamental difference between them. So I'll go for a column here. MSP, I need a column, and procurement price also I need a column, so we can understand it better. Now under MSP, you just write one line. It is the price at which government guarantees to purchase. The price at which government guarantees to purchase unlimited quantity of an agriculture commodity, unlimited quantity of an agricultural commodity. Okay, so government guarantees to purchase unlimited quantity of an agricultural commodity. Okay, that is, you can write that is open-ended procurement. Open-ended procurement. So this is open-ended procurement. Unlimited quantity government have to purchase. On procurement price, you can write it is a price at which government purchases a predetermined quantity of an agricultural commodity, for maintaining buffer stocks and distribution through PDS. For maintaining buffer stocks. What is buffer stocks? What is the classification? We will discuss after this. For buffer stock and distribution through PDS, public distribution system. PDS, public distribution system. So here it is actually a targeted procurement. Okay, so one open-ended, so unlimited quantity. Here predetermined quantity of an agricultural commodity for maintaining buffer stock and distribution through PDS. Now you see here, when government is ready to procure unlimited quantity here, what is the need for this one again, targeted procurement? Why government won't get enough from here for maintaining buffer stock and PDS? See, when you are going...
would be for targeted products.
No. Now when you are going for MSP, I have told you, let's suppose rupee 10 is actually given as MSP. So government is willing to make unlimited procurement here. So this will act as the base. It is not necessary that the farmers will sell to government. There is no compulsion. Now, in the market, if the price is 9, 8, 7, etc., then only the farmer will go and sell to the government. But automatically when the price in the market or MSP is 10, do you think price in the market will be this? No. Because if this is the case, market won't get anything. So price in the market will be minimum 11 or higher than 10. So where farmer will sell? Farmer will sell his produce in the market only, because wherever he is getting higher, he will sell there. So MSP is there doesn't mean that government can procure quantity which is required for buffer stock and PDS through MSP. No, because MSP will act as a floor price. Market price will be above MSP. So farmer will sell it to farmer is not necessary to sell to the government at MSP. Farmer will choose the better choice. So farmers will sell in the market, where the market is offering anything more than 10 rupee, right? It can be 11, it can be 12, it can be 13, depends on the demand and supply. But it will definitely be more than 10. It cannot be less than that. So it is not necessary that the farmer will give it to the government at MSP, or it is not sure that the government will able to get food grains to be distributed through PDS and to keep as buffer stock at the MSP. That is the reason why you need to procure. So here targeted procurement will be anyway the price which will be higher than MSP, or it should be almost equal to market price. It has to be equal to market price. Sometimes if it is equal to market price, then also farmer may not sell. Farmer will give it in the market. So sometimes it can go higher than market price also. You think logically. Are you able to connect it? Here when MSP is fixed, okay, in the market if the price is below MSP, okay, in the market if the price is below MSP, the farmer will go and sell to the government. In the market if the price is below MSP. But in the market if the price is above MSP, and obviously it will be above MSP because government is fixing this, so farmer is not going to sell to the market. In that context, supply in the market will come down, the price will shoot up. So price in the market will be higher than MSP, so the farmer will sell there only. So government cannot actually get anything. Just like MSP is offered, that doesn't mean that government is able to procure at that particular price. Government cannot get it. It will only act as a floor price. So if government want to maintain buffer stock, and if the government want to provide food grains to PDS, government have to purchase it at market price. Sometimes if government offer market price, it is not necessary the farmer will sell to the government. So sometimes the procurement price can be greater than market price also. Okay, I am expecting that you understood and I am going forward. So MSP for 25, and you just have a double check for this, because anytime it can change. Okay, so agricultural price policy will change, so based on that MSP will also change. So 25 crops MSP and sugarcane. Now here, when we discuss about this 25 crop, this potato, tomato, etc., those items will not be there. Why those items will not come under MSP? When we talk about potato, tomato, all those things will not be there, because these are perishable items, right? When we go for perishable items, and government is making a promise that government will procure unlimited quantity. So since these are perishable items, there are no storage facility, the infrastructure facility is not there, so that lead to wastage. And also secondly, this potato, tomato, those kinds of items, these are not crucial for food security. It is not going to affect food security. So these are the two reasons why those items are not coming under MSP. Okay. So what is
why sugarcane plays different from?
Yeah, I'll tell you. These two are actually different. MSP, it is not. It is different. Both are different in the context that in case of MSP, it is bought by the government. Government is procuring the unlimited quantity. In case of sugarcane, it is the sugar mills. So it is actually the price which is compulsorily given to the sugar mills. So this is the minimum price at which the sugar mills have to procure. And that geography, you will understand that sugar cane, it cannot be stored for long time, and it cannot be taken for long distance also. So sugar, then that quality of the sugar, all those will lose, the content of the sugar will lose. So it has to be immediately sold to the sugar mill. So when you are selling to the sugar mill, this is the minimum price. So the main difference is, in case of MSP, it is a government which is procuring. In case of FRP, it is the sugar mill. So it is actually statutory minimum price which is fixed by the state. Okay. So this is
Sir, but it is regulated by government.
It is regulated by government. It is regulated by government because sugar is essential. So it has to be regulated.
Okay.
Yeah, it is regulated by government only. It is a statutory minimum price which is actually fixed by the state. It is a minimum price. FRP is the minimum price in the context of sugar. So who will pay this? It will be paid by mill owner. In case of MSP, who will pay this? It will be paid by the government. So the simple difference is, MSP will be paid by the government and procured by the government. FRP will be paid by the mill owners and procured by the mill owners. The rate will be fixed by the government in both cases. And both will be regulated by the government only. Correct? Okay. So here on this side you can write on the basis of need, or you can just write need based. If required, government will go for procurement. If not required, see, if government is getting enough under MSP, do you think government need to go for procurement price? No need, right? Already everything is there under MSP, that is a better price also. And if you can meet your buffer stock and PDS requirement, then there is no need for procurement price. But if that is not possible, if you are not getting under MSP, you have to go for procurement price. So this is need based. Then under MSP you can write, as you have to understand this concept MSP procurement price clearly, because one question may be sure. Okay, so it serves as floor price. It serves as floor price. That means the market price will be always greater than MSP. Okay, so see, practically some cases it may be difficult, because it is not necessary that all farmers can sell to government. So some cases farmers may be exploited by markets and middlemen. Sometimes farmer have to sell less than market price also, MSP also. Those are exceptions. But theoretically, when you are speaking, when government is offering this in the market, it has to be more than that. That is logical, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what about this procurement price? It will be equal to market price, or it can be sometimes higher than market price. So you can write procurement price will be close to market price, or it can be sometimes higher than market price also. But can it be ever less than market price, procurement price? If less than market price, do you think anyone is going to give to government? No, it is not possible. So procurement price can never be less than market price. Either market price or should be more you have to pay to the farmer. Okay, so now you can write here under MSP, it is usually fixed below market price. It is fixed below market price. For example, this year the market price is, let's say, 12 rupee. So when you are fixing, the government fixing the MSP, it will be fixed below this market price. Okay. Okay. Now under MSP you can write it will be, so will it be fixed before sowing or after harvest? MSP. Before. Huh? Before sowing or after harvest? Yeah, it is a guarantee, it is an assurance given by the government to the farmer to go for production, right? So it has to be before or after?
Before sowing.
It is announced before sowing. So just write announced before sowing season. That means it's actually an assurance, okay? So procurement price will be announced at the time of harvest. Okay, now MSP, you can write it seeks to protect interest of farmers, especially in case of bumper production. It seeks to protect interest of farmers, especially in case of bumper production. When bumper production is there, what will happen? The price will fall drastically, right? So during the time of bumper production, to protect the farmer, we have seen that in diagrams before, right? When we go for demand supply, so if this is your quantity and if your price is here, when you draw the agricultural commodities, you have to draw steeper curves, right? Demand supply, more steeper you need to draw here. I'm not able to draw exact that steeper curves, but the more steeper you go, the better understanding you'll get. This is supply. Demand supply curve, so supply is increasing. So what will happen with the supply curve? It shifts rightward, right? So this is a current equilibrium position you have. Now when the supply is changing, that means in case of bumper production, you can see here the price is coming down drastically, right? So price has come down drastically. Even though this much small change in supply, okay, the quantity changes this much only, but the price is coming down drastically. So supply is increasing. This is a case of bumper production. So let's suppose before 10 rupee was there, now it has come down even less than half of this, right? 4 rupee or 3 rupee. So in case of bumper production, you have to protect the farmer. So that is the idea of MSP. Are you able to get this? So what the government will do, government will make a price here. Okay, so this is the MSP. Let's say
Sir, please explain it to me.
Anjali, actually you have missed this chapter, no? Demand supply.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I will explain it once again, but still if you are not able to understand, we will discuss later. Okay. See, demand and supply curve you have to draw here. Demand curve and supply curve has to be steeper because these are inelastic, and the concept of elastic demand, inelastic demand we have discussed already. That's why you joined late, that's why the problem. Okay, so here that is why it's steeper curve. Otherwise when we discuss about demand, if you remember yesterday's discussion, I just draw like this now. When we discussed about appreciation, depreciation of dollar, rupee, when we discussed about purchasing power parity, I have drawn like this, demand supply. But here I am drawing more steeper because there is a concept of inelastic demand, inelastic supply. So here, that is why I am drawing steeper. When you are drawing steeper, supply is increasing means supply curve shift rightward. That's the black one. Now you can see here the new equilibrium is this. This is a new equilibrium point. This was the old equilibrium point. The price was this. Now supply increased this much, so price has come down drastically. So now who is going to suffer? Farmer is going to suffer. Next year what will happen? The farmer will stop production. So then what will happen with the supply curve?
Leftward.
Yeah, supply curve shift leftward, right? Like this. So what will happen with the prices? Price will go so high, right? So it will be like 17, 18. It will go so high. So who will suffer? At that time the supply,
Okay, sir, got it.
the consumer will suffer. So what the government will do is government will interfere here and government will make a point, MSP. So the price won't go below this. That is the idea. This is mainly to support the farmer in case of bumper production. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Under procurement price you can write it protect interest of farmer and consumer. It protect interest of farmer and consumer. Now what is the main issue in agricultural price policy? The main issue is actually when we talk about this MSP, the MSP of wheat and rice is significant. It is so high. It is significant. It is increased significantly, and it was almost close to market price. Sometimes it goes above market price also, and market price is actually catching up with the MSP. So now MSP is now started serving as the procurement price also. So it is almost equal to market price. So when you are going for so much high MSP, that too for specific crops. This is not the case with all the crops. It is for wheat and rice. Now what will happen if you are offering so much high MSP for these two? The production of other crops will come down, right? So production of other crops will actually come down. Now the other crops will come down means there will be a distortion in cropping pattern, right? So that means distortion in cropping pattern means crop diversification will be affected. Crop diversification will be affected, right? So apart from this, what else will be the problem? The production, if you talk about production of wheat and rice will increase, right? So if the production of wheat and rice will increase and government is guaranteeing that government will procure this much and it is almost equal to market price, so procurement will increase. Procurement by who will procure? FCI. I will discuss about FCI also. Food Corporation of India will discuss next topic. FCI will increase. That means buffer stock will increase, right? Buffer stocks will increase. So when buffer stock increase means I have already told you there is a problem that we don't have infrastructure, we don't have warehousing, so it will lead to wastage. Wastage will increase. Also this is a fiscal burden, right? You need to procure so much. It is actually going as subsidy only. So this is a fiscal burden. Now all these put together, you can say it will lead to food inflation. Ultimately food price will go up, so it will lead to food inflation. Apart from that, this will also lead to regional disparity, okay, and also inequality will increase. How? Because specific regions like Punjab and Haryana, they use all these green revolution advantages, so they go for large scale production, so there will be a regional disparity and that will increase the inequality. And obviously depletion of water resources, depletion of resources, especially water. So salinization of soil, and then that lead to it will affect the fertility of the soil. So such kind of problems yesterday also we have discussed. So exactly the same. So this is one of the main problem with the agricultural price policy. The problem is mainly because this wheat and rice, mainly subsidy is going here. Not subsidy, the MSP is so high here in this case. That is especially because there is a strong trend of this emergence of farmers movement. Okay, so the farmers group actually acting as a pressure group, and they demand a lot of benefit from the government. One of the demand is actually increase in MSP, and then free electricity, free water, okay, like that. Increase in MSP is one of their demand, and government increasing MSP. So all these are the disadvantages. All these has to be written very properly in your mains answer if a question is asked on subsidy. There is a high chance that you can get question on subsidy. 2014 there was a question related to subsidy. So again after that also it was asked. So it is a potential mains question, and procurement price MSP, the concept is a potential prelims question also.
Sir, inequality, how it can increase?
Inequality means those who are cultivating, those who are going with wheat and rice will get the maximum benefit. Others are not going to get that benefit.
Okay.
Okay. Also, you need large land holding for this too, if you need to use the advantages of green revolution. So only the large scale farmers also will get benefit.
Okay, sir.